Good morning, everybody. Robert here at the Red Dragon School of Martial Arts. I hope this morning finds you well and that you're at ease, you're at home and you're comfortable, you've got a little room around you. We're not going to need a lot of space. Today's topic, we're going to be talking a little bit about Tai Chi basics. So let's take a moment to kind of get everybody settled in a little bit. We'll begin, of course, with our warm-ups and talk a little bit about the ingredients and the structure of Tai Chi and some of the mechanics and things that we can do to enhance our practice. But before we begin, while we're settling in, I just want to kind of touch on a very basic question. Why? Why would you do Tai Chi? Well, why not just walk, right? I want to just do something that you can easily do, right? Well, the challenge with something simple like walking is that it doesn't give you as much of a comprehensive effect as we look at when we see Tai Chi. So why do Tai Chi? Well, Tai Chi is intended and designed as a way of making our lives and the quality of life better. To do that, the idea is to better understand yourself. I mean, we all have this very basic question within us, and that basic question is, well, who am I? I mean, you're kind of wanting to know that. All cultures have had means to try to discover that idea of who are we? How are we to be successful? And so on and so forth, as far as being a human being and understanding yourself. So thousands of years ago, traditions like this were things that were created and invented to help us look inside and see our natural resources, help us to discover our mind and be able to mechanisms to be able to manage that. And through this great process of learning and development, discover your true nature. Some would say we're a spirit having a human existence. And understanding your body, your energy, your mind, and being able to unify and bring those resources together, well, the side effect is good. You have better control over what you've got. As a side effect of having better control and having developed yourself a little bit more, circumstances that surround us tend to be a little bit easier to manage. We don't have to be as reactive to situations. We can deal with ourselves by working with ourselves and continuing that process. And we love learning, right? Our minds are curious, and that's a good thing, and we love to discover and learn, and what better thing to discover than yourself, your true nature, right? The oracle at Delphi said above the door, know thyself. And all of the great wisdom that the oracle had was summarized over the door, know thyself. So in these great practices, being still, looking inside, understanding your body's energy and working with your body's resources can be very fulfilling. You'll find you don't need as much external entertainment if you are interested in learning and developing about yourself, because that's a lifetime of practice in and of itself. Any of these great traditions that help us do that, whether it's music or art or martial arts or dance, any form of work and creativity and understanding of how you work will make your life easier, right? And it's something that becomes a part of your daily routine over time. You don't worry about work, it's more about looking at it as a form of enjoyment, that Zen-like experience working with your natural resources. All right, let's begin by spreading our feet out nice and wide. When we think about the body structure, we're concerned with being stable and integrated. So in working with the body structure, we would like to be able to take these ingredients and ideas and make them natural. It's not that you've got to hold yourself a certain way all the time. It's more that when you do this sort of thing, you're able to be comfortable and stable and integrated and aware of yourself a little bit more. So by sort of manually directing yourself a little bit while you're doing other things, it just helps to keep us more present and more immersed in the moment we're actually in, as opposed to our mind taking control of the situation. So let's begin. We're going to first lift our head. Imagine the very crown point pushing up towards the ceiling as if you're pushing on the floor and stretching the head upward. The chin is in a little bit, the mouth is closed, the gaze is a little brighter. Here's another hidden element of this kind of development and practice, and that is raising your spirit. If we need to make use of our resources, and we need those resources to be effective, let's say in a martial situation in this case, we need to raise up those resources. We want to be able to let that energy be more available to us. We want it a little bit elevated within us. And you do that manually by raising up your spirit. Turn up your resources a little bit by brightening that gaze and raising up your spirit. Kind of cool, right? So moving down the body, we want to relax the shoulders. Let the shoulders settle. Check, are your shoulders down? Elbows, wrists, and fingers. To integrate them, we want to gently extend them. So by pulling those joints open, by gently lengthening your arms and frame outward, it's a lot easier for you to connect. Now, to connect both sides of the body, we want to sink the chest. So from here, by letting the chest relax, you don't have to push it in too far because you can do anything really far, right? So what we want to do is just simply relax your chest. Don't push your chest forward. In fact, just let that chest simply relax inward. Part of the reason why you're doing that is so that you can feel the back. The back, the cable on your back is very whip-like, right? So ideally, by sinking your back, sinking your chest rather, you can feel the back, and that allows us to connect both sides of the movement together. When we think about the overall outcome of this sort of thing, what we're after is being stable and connected. And again, connecting the body together comes from gently extending the body. So moving down the structure, we're going to relax the waist. And by turning sideways and simply, think of your body as having a hinge, right? A gate, if you will. So we're going to kind of move that belt line down a little bit. We're not going to really tuck it underneath. That's too far. It'll cause your body to be too rounded. From here, you're just going to let the pressure off of that lower spine. And what that does is it helps you feel the difference between your waist and your pelvis, right? This area here, we can move that spine without actually moving the pelvis. So by sinking the chest and relaxing the waist, the energy and tension within our body is allowed to sink right down, right? So by relaxing, sinking the chest, relaxing the waist, we can feel that spine a lot easier. Now, in doing so, this basic theory is designed to help us be nimble with motion and nimble with the workings of energy, right? And to do that, we have to distinguish the emptiness and fullness of our motion. And what that means is that being all the weight on one side is full. This is empty. That gives us a lot more freedom and control, right? So by distinguishing our weight very clearly, we can move our feet much more carefully, right? So this idea of having emptiness and fullness provides a natural harmonizing effect of the body as well. When we think about Tai Chi, it symbolizes itself with the symbol of yin and yang, and we can see that symbol, and when you look at it, I have examples of it over there, where we think of this circle with the black and the white, the yin yang symbol, they're not separated from each other, they're sort of blended and integrated with each other. And the idea is to harmonize opposites. So by distinguishing emptiness and fullness, we're able to have a lot more control over harmonizing that effect. This is wonderfully cool. Now that's pretty much structure of the body, right? So here when we think about using your mind, what we're trying to do is minimize using strength. So by simply using your mind to guide your body, imagine you're liquid filled. And you can feel inside your body. You can feel inside the center of your body. And using that to drive your body, you're not really using strength. You're just using your intention, right? So using your mind, calming your mind, turning up the feeling, and extending your body through that orientation. So in other words, don't use core strength. Just use your mind to guide your motions. Relaxing the body down and synchronizing upper and lower. So when we do actions, we're trying to gather all the energy out of our legs. By pushing down with your feet, quickly straightening your legs, the legs kind of explode that energy. The waist transmits that energy, and then we conduct energy up through the spine and into our techniques. So we strive to integrate the upper and lower body, and you do that in many other ways, whether it's bowling or baseball or golf. You generally use your legs to not only support you, but they brace and generate forces that we can use in our different actions, right? So synchronizing the upper and lower body means that everything tends to arrive together at the end of each of our actions. That's sort of what we strive for. Matching inner and outer. Well, this is profound. Think about, for a moment, these actions are martial arts. So evoking our imagination, using visualization, can we imagine somebody striking us and intercepting, moving that strike aside, blocking and controlling and striking back? Can you do that? Well, by bringing your imagination into play, by raising up your spirit and charging the action, we can combine the inner energy of our body with the external action we're performing. So that's a function of understanding the meaning of the movement you're doing. So part of the study of Tai Chi comes from understanding the theory and the actions and their meaning and purpose. So these are martial art movements, and by understanding these actions, it's a lot easier for you to evoke your imagination, and as a result, blend that inner energy with the outer action we're doing, right? Kind of cool. Think about it that way, right? Also, when we think about practice, this is considered, when we think about this style of motion, it's considered like a long form. And a long form references not so much the length of the movements, but the continuous nature of these actions. So when you're thinking of moving with energy, we would like to keep that motion going. And to do that, the actions are designed to continue the ending of one action seamlessly blending into another. So we say practice continuous without interruption, blending all of these ingredients together. And last but not least, and this is really cool, seek quiescence within your emotion. We're trying to calm our mind. We don't want too much agitated thought. So here again, now we're becoming aware of our mind. We're able to calm our mind, and then we're able to use our body and these motions and our energy as an anchoring effect. So how do we calm our mind? Well, that may require a little extra help. In other words, sitting still, the idea of observing your thinking and be conscious of your thinking is the beginning of that. Being able to direct your mind and feel your body is a very good way to calm your thinking. So when you're turning up the feeling and you're observing the qualities of your body and the qualities of these actions using your imagination, the thought processes tend to slow down. You're not thinking so much in words and thinking so much in terminology, right? So by calming the mind, you're more conceptual, you're more observant, you're more your natural state. And that's what you're trying to do. So you're trying to relax and seek quiescence and calmness within the mind. So Tai Chi practice is, working with the actions, but Tai Chi practice can be also in stillness. It doesn't necessarily mean that you're moving. By sitting still and reaching inside the body and training yourself to be conscious of your mind and to consciously direct your energy, you're also doing Tai Chi. When we take those motions and we apply it to martial techniques, now we're doing Tai Chi Chuan or Tai Chi Fist, right? The actual martial application of it. So let's get back to warming our bodies up again. From here, head is relaxed, extended, chest relaxed, shoulders, elbows, wrists, and fingers extended, waist is relaxed downward. We can feel the soles of our feet, a little power in our tummy. Whip your body back and forth. Can you feel your tummy? Stay on the feeling in your tummy as you continue to throw your arms back and forth like this. Look behind you. Try to increase your range of motion. Tapping your body helps you to deliver that energy back into yourself. Give yourself a little massage. Push on your feet. All right, and relax. Now here we're going to thread motion right up through our body. Press down, lift the head upward, push on the floor as you're pushing your crown point. Feel your connectedness within. Smoothly change direction. Again, check for the bouncy feeling. Your waist is down. Turn. Round movement. Push on the floor. and relax. Again, push on the floor, check for a released body, let your energy sink down. Imagine gravity pulling all that inner tension, inner energy out of your body. You're like a hollow vessel, if you will. Roll your shoulders, press on the floor. Change direction. Open your side. Other side, pull down on your waist, bend your knees. Feel that lower spine area. Let that be the source of your motion. Push out on your spine, bend your knees, feel your tummy flex a little bit, push out. Ease up. Let your hands fall slow. Drop your waistline. Hands on your hips, stretch your head up, sink your chest. Feel like you have liquid inside of you, like a ball is wielding around inside here. Change direction. And rest, feet close together. Warm your knees, big circles. Change direction. And up. Extend your frame. Let's lean forward and stretch. Try to look through your legs. Gentle bounce. Reach to your right. Back to center. To the left. Back to center. To the right. Back to center. To the left. Back to center. Leaning on your hands, bring your feet close together a little bit, open to the corners, try to sit comfortably, elbows inside your knees, use your palms to press your knees apart and rock. Lift your head, relax your body, relax your breathing. Palms on the floor, lean on your hands, pull your feet out parallel, straighten your legs, lower your head. Bend your knees, hands above your knees, come up. Bend your knees a little bit, sink your waist, relax your body, let your body sag. Now feel a wave coming up through your body. Coiling into your legs, bring your pelvis slowly forward, guided carefully up through your body, right up through your spine, up your neck to the top of your head. Let's repeat the action. Coil into arcs. I'll turn sideways. Make your body round. Slowly coiling forward, push on the floor, carefully guide the motion. Waking the dragon. So ideally, you're trying to connect and stabilize the body, right? So a nice warm-up for that purpose. All right, now, this next posture is a standing stillness practice. Its purpose is to give us the opportunity to embody all the ingredients we were just talking about. So let's start with a nice big wide stance. Fingers here, lift the head, chin in a little bit, push in on your spine, bring your elbows forward. It's okay to exaggerate a little bit at first. In other words, the shoulders are down, the elbows are acting like I got plants, kind of like I got something hanging down to keep these shoulders and elbows settled, right? Here I'm expanding gently outward. I have an expression of energy. I'm just not laying here limp like a grape here, just kind of like a raisin, right? I'm gonna expand outward and have a slight outward press. Let me turn sideways. Here I'm going to do the same thing with the waist. I'm going to lower the waist down. I don't want to overdo it. That's too much. Let your body be natural. Feel your spine. Feel that lower waist and gently express outward. Now be still and feel your body, especially this area. Now as you're breathing, condense the area a little bit. So squeeze your tummy to condense your chi in the dantian. This area is the area we're going to pay attention to called the dantian. So breathe into that area and squeeze. This is your body's energy. Breathe in. Not too much on the heels, not too much on the toes. Feel the whole platform of the feet. We have an area we call in the front of the arch of the foot. We call that the bubbling well. Very springy there, if you feel that. That's kind of a diaphragmatic area of your body, right? You feel this trampoline-like effect in your feet. Breathe in deep. Keep the mouth closed. Breathe only in and out of the nose and condense as you breathe in. So breathe in and squeeze. Now, working with your body's energy, you can add a gentle motion with your breath. So as we breathe in, imagine that breath is filling your hands up like you're a big balloon. So as you breathe in, expand. And contract. Feel yourself pushing on the floor with a firm tummy. Again, feel your tummy press down. Want to notice your mind is relaxed? Ask yourself this question. Take a deep breath. I wonder what my next thought will be. Hands fall slow. Were you able to notice a few moments of silence and stillness? So the idea of being conscious of your mind, aware of your thinking, is the beginning of managing it, right? If you think that you're nothing but your thoughts, I think, therefore I am, well, then you're actually being conscious of your thinking and your ego. So you're really not your thoughts. Your thoughts are, for the most part, not even originated by us. Many times they're stimulated by external sources, right? So these great traditions help you discover you're more than just your thinking. So kind of cool, right? So let's add a little bit of chi to the core. This next series of exercises I like to think of as condensing and training our ability to manage our core. So what we're going to do is we're going to gather energy into this area. We're going to stay on it in a sense of feeling and anchoring our attention, and we're going to use that to motivate these next series of actions. So let's go back to our shape. Here we are in a great big post-like position, great big spherical-like shape. I feel my spine. I feel my lower dantian, I can feel my feet. In reality, if I choose to, I can feel the whole body with a single breath. You're the spirit inside, right? All right, now, let's do an action we call brush the curtains. So while in this position, let's turn your hands over as if you're going to move some beads aside, right, or some curtains aside. So sitting in your posture, make sure you can feel your spine, you feel the tummy, a little firmness. Turn your hands over, and with your tummy, push on the floor, push on your right foot, and turn to the left. Don't shift your weight or turn the bones. Don't turn the bones. Sit down and keep your waist settled. Don't move your pelvis. Push on the floor and turn right and left. Push. Connect the motion internally. Your arms are insignificant. They're simply reacting. Feel the firmness in your tummy. Feel your feet. Flex the tummy. Push on the floor. Try to turn up your breathing a little so you can hear it. Stay on your tummy. In other words, stay on the feeling inside. A little firmness helps to do that. Bring your hands back to center and let your hands fall. And you can tell that it's difficult to concentrate, right? It's difficult to stay focused. That's okay. It's difficult to do anything initially, right? So in summary, over time, you're going to gain more and more control over your concentration and focus. We're not trying to stop our minds from thinking. Our minds think good. We would just like to be able to direct that, right? So the idea of being able to relax yourself and being able to direct your attention is the beginning, and that's what we're striving to do. All right, let's start. Shake out, body out for a moment. Okay, let's go back to our nice big wide stance. Here we're going to do more of a vertical roll. So in summary, we're going to turn this area into like a sphere. If I had this area in my hands, let's imagine for a moment that we're going to come up the front. Let's say this is the front. We're going to come up the front of the body. We're going to go over the tummy, right? And we're going to go trace down the back. We're going to come underneath the torso, and we're going to try to make a circle within the circle. So in other words, I want to feel this motion tracing at the perimeter of my shape. So let's try it. Feel the weight down in your feet. Settle your waist. Hands by your side. Head is raised. Chest relaxed. Shoulders, elbows, wrists, and fingers settled and connected. So what we're going to do is come up the front. Feel inside like a ball inside a ball. Come up the front, rotate your palms over the top, carefully trace down your spine, underneath, up the front. Keep training this circle over and over. Don't worry about moving your body. You're more interested in your ability to guide energy through this circle. Nice free moving circle. Now let's make it get smaller and smaller. Shrink it down, but feel it clearly. Real small. Almost imperceptible, but still clear. Feel the space. Now let's slowly grow it out. and then go to full range. Feel like a ball loose inside there, wielding around, a ball of energy. And massage thoroughly and bring it to a nice slow stop. So thinking of your body, you're like liquid filled, right? So in summary, you can use that medium to conduct energy. Let's change the direction of flow. Let's go down the front. Palms down, press down, up and around. Feel inside. Make it smaller and smaller. Try to shrink it down to where it's so small you can hardly feel it, but make it a clear circle. Stay on it. And slowly roll it out. Continue to stir. Full-size circle. Massage your organs. A wave of energy. No stagnation. All right, slowly come to a stop. So by now you should be able to feel this area real well, right? You're stroking those circuits and stroking that energy in there. You should feel it light up and feel nice and obvious to you. Next is a figure eight. The figure eight from high right, we're going to go down to low left to low right. So like a little bit of a roller coaster, an infinity symbol, right? All right, let's begin by going back into our horse. Shape your posture. Hands are high right. Pull down to lower left. Let your arms relax and be pulled by your tummy. All right, let's shrink it down. Feel it clearly. Feel it. Real small. Real clear though. And then slowly grow it out. Use the center to control the perimeter. So ideally, if you could think of your body as a structure, let's say as a frame, and to operate this frame, we need to sit down inside of it. We need to sit in the control center, like you're operating a great big crane, right? So ideally, by feeling this area, that's how we're going to originate the motions, right? We think about doing the actions of Tai Chi. So let's take a look at how we might employ that methodology to motions within Tai Chi, right? Well, probably one of the most common actions in Tai Chi, very simple action to perform, is called brush knee twist up. What I'm going to do in this case, I'm going to try and face the mirror so it looks as though you're standing next to me so we can kind of position our bodies relatively. So in summary, let's do this. Let's have our feet shoulders width apart. Let's look at the structure of our foundation, the most common posture in Tai Chi, called the bow stance. So what we're going to do is we're going to move our weight slightly left. We're going to open our toe 45 degrees away from the direction we're facing. Move your body over the right leg, head, center, over the root. The left leg should be free to move very easily. Just touch the heel at your length of your leg. From here, simply touch the heel, but don't let the foot come close to the right foot. That makes it a narrow stance. We want that foot to stay underneath that hip and underneath that shoulder. Touch the heel, point the toe straight, and bend the forward knee. So here we are in a nice big wide shoulders width stance. Now when we think about operating a bow stance, we operate a bow stance by distinguishing empty full. The head is raised, the chest is relaxed, the body structure is connected, integrated, and settled. So let's use the dantian to move the body. So here we're on the back leg, we bend the rear leg, push on the floor, push down and turn your waist. Push on the left foot and turn your waist. Push on the right foot and turn your waist. So you can feel that motion very clearly. You can feel your tummy pushing on the floor, right? Very easy to feel your energy and your motion, right? So now let's go back to our shape. Here we have the arms rounded in front of the body. Let's do left hand high, right hand low. So as you're shifting back, we're going to drop the right hand, right? Wind the right hand up in front of your shoulder. Can you do that? Great big circle, keep the elbows settled. As you're pushing your weight, you're driving to the right, coiling your energy on the right side of the body. Almost like you're going to touch your thumb close to the shoulder. Chest is sunk, shoulders are forward. So essentially we're the same as we are here, right? We're just going to bring that hand a little closer to the shoulder so we can push forward with the hand, right? Let's try it. From here, wind up. Bring your hand in front of the shoulder. Imagine you're going to push a door closed. Push on the floor, turn your waist into your hand. So you can feel the pressure of your body moving up and pushing on the hand. So we're not moving the hand by itself, we're using the floor, right? And that's the practice. So the whole idea is to be stable and connected. And you can apply that a million different ways. Ideally, we would like to apply it throughout our motions during the day. Let's look at the left hand's job. Imagine somebody throwing a punch at us. We're going to touch the forearm, touch their hand, here it comes. We're going to yield. We're going to use softness to overcome hardness. We're simply going to turn our waist like a column, shift the weight back at the same time, and use the combination of that motion to redirect force. All right, so here the palm is up, here the palm is down on my right side. Imagine sweeping off a table. Sweep off a table. Let's try that again. Half circle, sweep off a table. Let your legs provide the power. Turn your waist. Turn right, turn left. Turn right, turn left. Turn right, turn left. Now there is a midway point that we can see. So let's blend both arms together. From here we wind up, readying the motion, and then we push the motion out. We wind up, ready, and push out. Let's do that smoothly. All right, now imagine bouncing the energy off the floor. Your waist is going to turn and bounce the energy off the floor, and you're going to bring it right back up inside your body. Let's practice continuous without interruption. With the hands rounded in front of the body, feel your tummy, push on your feet, push. Bounce it off the rear foot, and come right back around. Again, wind up, and push it out. Wind up, and push it out. Wind up, and push it out. All right. So ideally, we're stable and we're connected. What I want to encourage you to do is to take this concept and apply it to other movements you do. Experiment with other things throughout the day, whether it's you playing around in the garden or doing something in the house or whatever, maybe even something as simple as vacuuming. Feel your tummy. Operate and control the energy of your actions. Raise your spirit and turn on that feeling to help to relax your mind and focus your attention. Guys, work with these ideas. I look forward to hearing from you. Please feel free to leave comments and suggestions and questions and share this idea with everybody. We're evolving, right, guys? So let's do this together. Feet close, right hand up, the left hand covers. Be blessed. Have a blessed day.